At first I was a little hesitant. I've never done any kind of woodworking. Totally doable. You just need to follow Brian's directions. He's been doing this for a long time, and he has a really good sense of what will keep you out of trouble. And then you sort of it's like a dance. You get into the flow of working with the tools and the wood, and it speaks to you after a while in terms of how best to treat it.
Hello everyone, today's tutorial will focus on making the template and the mold. So inside the package you received, you should find the parts to make the collapsible mold, a little packet, and inside the packet is a drill bit, some screws and washers to assemble the mold. And if you're not used to it, you need to get yourself a small engineer square which you can put there, and then visually you can watch with your eyes and you can see that you're parallel to that, just to get a feel of what it's like to file square. Hold it against the side, and then we're going to be rubbing it like so. Making sure that it doesn't rock, that this surface is very flush against the side of the mold. And you can put it on fairly liberally. Today's tutorial is going to focus on sharpening. So there's several methods. This is the grinder which we will use, and then I've got some different stones here, so there are several options. Don't worry if you don't have one of these grinders. I'm going to show you exactly what to do using the stones. It just takes a little bit longer, but you'll get the same results. Yeah, so we finished grinding it on the tarmac. This is a gouge. We'll take it out, and then I'm going to show you there are several ways of sharpening a gouge. The one that I prefer is this. So I'm going to take a Japanese water stone, which is 1000 grit, and I'm going to hold my elbows tightly against the sides. I'm going to hold the chisel like that with my finger, and then I'm going to hold this between my fingers like that, and then I'm going to come, and instead of moving the tool, I'm actually going to move the stone up and down like so. This is a piece of leather, but it has a round surface that we've glued on, and then we're going to put on some jeweler's rouge or the green micro paste. And then we're going to lightly strop the gouge, always keeping it at the right angle, not too high because you're around the edge. And then you're going to hold this flat and you're going to rotate it as you move it, like slowly. I'll do it slowly, that's the motion. You could do it once more time on the front. And there we have it, a nice sharp gouge. Okay, so when I look at this, I see it's going down at an angle like that, and this one's the same angle, which means I need to plane this surface at that slight angle. So what I'll do is I'll put it in the vise. Okay. Need to make it a little bit rougher, so you turn it down. Blade's nice and sharp, and you can see I'm holding the plane at a slight angle to match the angle of the split. Okay, so the secret when you're sawing is not to go frantic like that. That never really works. It's rather to push it to the full length, and with the push stroke you give energy, and then the pull stroke you do nothing. And so when working on the end grain again, we use a little bit of water. And then when we're using tools in violin making, we try and avoid holding them really far away like this, because you can slip and you have no control. We always try and anchor the tool. So we have my hand at the moment. I'm going to put my hand here, which is on the vise. I'm going to grip the chisel like this, and then I've got very little motion. I can only move it with a lot of force. Even with this hand I'm pushing, I can only move it about that much, is like an inch. That means we have really good control. So you'll see I have good control like this. And I'm moving, I'm rocking this hand and I'm pushing with this hand. And then we're keeping it very stable, so nothing is being pushed away. Angle. And now we're going to file a chamfer on it. And when you're doing it, the motion is not straight, but you're always moving it across slightly. So you're doing that. That way you get a nice flow. Otherwise, you're just going to get different flat areas. Gouge. We can hold our hand and just lightly rock it. Or we can take off shavings like this. Till we get to the line. We're going to slide in the glue. So you take it, you do it a couple times just to make sure you're getting enough glue in there. We're going to take our block, we're going to put it underneath. We have our cork ready. We're going to clamp it lightly. We can come with our paper towel and we can wash away we can wipe away any excess glue. The pegs are made of different kinds of wood. There's rosewood, which has a natural oil in it, and then you have ebony, which is beautiful, and I like it. It's quite elegant. And then you have boxwood. Boxwood's also lovely wood, and it's generally a bit softer, and it's used mainly on older instruments. This, which is a block of wood with a blade, and they work really well because they have more of a scraping action than a cutting action, and you get a beautiful smooth finish. Once you have turned it down, you should have a reading of around 8 millimeters. Yeah, once we started getting close, now we do something different. We're going to turn the reamer the other way so it compresses the fibers. Emulating what would happen when you put the peg in. Paper towel, and we fold it like 4 times, and then we give a really nice big solid rub. You can hear the sound, it's really polishing it up. And there we'll have it, a nice smooth shiny semi-satin finish at the end of the peg.